Marty Nemko. What governs our choices? We like to think we have quite a bit of free will. Sure, there are external constraints, but we have significant control of our decisions. I'm not so sure. Let's take the career I wish I had pursued, genetics researcher. That choice is constrained by many factors. First, genes. Everyone knows we're partly a function of our environment and of our genes, so a too limiting genetics constrains me from being a genetics researcher. Parenting. Apart from the genes my parents gave me, how they parented me matters. I'll be constrained toward a genetics research career if my parents, from early age, maybe infancy, read and talked with me a lot and later exposed me to science and research. The absence of those would constrain that likelihood. Peers matter. I'd be constrained against a genetic researcher career if I mainly interacted with kids and later adults who wanted to be cops, firefighters, tradespeople, and who disparaged an aspiring researcher as an egghead. Norms. If the zeitgeist prioritizes social activism and denigrates genetic research as politically incorrect, I'm more constrained from pursuing that career. Serendipity matters. For example, if the professor I got for genetics is charismatic, that positively constrains the choice. Conversely, if that professor is boring, but my sociology professor is inspiring, I'm constrained in the opposite direction. How much is left for free will? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. But with all those constraints, I'm guessing that it's a fairly small amount. Does such a model apply even to the mundane, for example, whether to cheat on a diet? First, regarding genes, there does appear to be a genetic component to impulse control. Parenting. If your parent models dietary restraint, it can affect your choosing kale over cheeseburger. Of course, some progeny deliberately rebel against their parents. Peers. If your peers routinely pork out, you're more likely to. Norms. If you grew up in a less diet-conscious era, you're more likely to get that cheeseburger. So, even minor decisions seem to be at least moderately constrained. So, is this little essay merely another theoretical discussion of free will versus determinism? Maybe not. I think it encourages healthy respect for our malleability's limits, and in turn, that it's generally a wiser use of our efforts to try to tweak rather than remake ourselves. In any event, that's what governs our choices. As usual, I welcome your thumbs up and accept your thumbs down. I always look forward to your comments and especially like it if you hit the share button below. Share on your social media so that my efforts can have broader impact. And I am flattered if you choose to subscribe to my channel. And certainly would welcome your taking a look at any of my 35 books. Probably most relevant is How to Do Life and A Dose of Reality. But all 35 are on Amazon. In any event, I do thank you for watching. I am Marty Nemko.